How would you like to be making over $10,000 a month in revenue with your SMMA? I'll tell you how to do it. Social media marketing agencies, SMMAs, are super hot right now, and all of the gurus you see in those Facebook ads with their mansions and their fancy cars like to tell you that you will be a millionaire overnight. I hate to break it to you, but no. Yes, you can make really good money. I was able to scale my SMMA to over $10,000 a month in revenue, but it wasn't as simple as snapping my fingers and that was it. Furthermore, a lot of advice that I got from experts and gurus was horrible. Here's my best advice if you want to scale your SMMA like I did. These are concrete tips to make more money faster. Tip number 1, you can have multiple SMMA services to offer, but focus more of your attention on a specialty. You know what that means. Pick a niche. Something I've talked about God knows how many times. Here's one video, I will link to it in the description below. Now, to be clear, a niche can actually mean two different things. It can be an industry, so fitness, law, tech, fashion, food. This is almost always what I'm referring to when I tell you to pick a niche. But a niche can also refer to a specific service or a type of work. For example, you can specialize in Facebook ads, you can be an Instagram specialist, you can specialize in YouTube videos. The point is this, you don't want to go around telling potential clients, I can do everything, whatever you need, I'm your girl, I can do it all. A, that's not true, you can't do it all, and B, if you take that approach, you are going to drown in your competition because all of the other SMMAs out there are taking that approach. They're telling potential clients that they are a full-service social media marketing agency. Get out, it doesn't work. Especially if you are a one-person show. When you have a specialty, not only do you better position yourself to provide an unbeatable service, because you're able to focus your attention on one thing, but because you're an expert, because you're really, really good at one thing, you can charge more. This is a great way to scale faster. Tip number 2, use cold emailing to land SMMA clients. I've talked about this in a previous video and I will drop that link in the description, but let's revisit this for a moment. You have many options when it comes to SMMA lead generation and landing new clients. One option is cold calling. The problem is that people hate receiving cold calls, and that's if they answer. It's incredibly invasive. You are barging into their lives unannounced and asking for their time right now. You can go door to door. I tried this, it was miserable. I was also doing it in the dead of summer in Las Vegas, but that's beside the point. Door to door can also be really invasive. It can be a huge interruption. You don't know if the person that you need to talk to is even going to be there, and this is really difficult to scale. Going door to door takes a lot of time and resources because you are driving from lead to lead. Not a good option if you want to scale your SMMA. You can run Facebook ads. This is one of those things that the gurus like to talk about because it can be incredibly powerful and very lucrative, but successfully running Facebook ads is so much harder than anyone is letting on. Targeting is really hard, retargeting is difficult, and they're expensive. You have to be willing to play with and lose a lot of money, especially in the beginning, to figure out what ads will win. Can this work? Yes. Is it efficient, especially as a beginner? No. You know what that means? Cold emailing! Yay! Big surprise, not really, because I talk about it all the time. Cold emailing, I've got lots of videos on that, so I'm going to drop a bunch of links to different resources in the description below. In a nutshell, my process for cold emailing allows you to handpick who you want to work with. You go after specific leads that you're interested in. You qualify them so that you can make sure that they can afford you and pay you what you want. It's efficient and scalable because you can do it quickly. This is my main source of clients. I don't do anything else, and hands down, cold emailing has been one of the biggest reasons why I've been able to scale my agency as fast as I have. Tip number 3, batch your work for the love of God. Do not get in the habit of manually logging into your clients' accounts to post every single day. You will never scale your agency with this approach. Batch your work. Batch work. This means that you do things in batches. You sit down and you do all of one thing, and then you do all of another thing, and so on and so forth. For instance, every Friday I will sit down and schedule out all of the social media posts for client A that will go out the following week. and then I'll do all of the posts for client B. This allows you to focus your attention on like tasks as opposed to switching back and forth between random things, which will kill your productivity and make it really, really hard to grow your business. Tip number 4, hire and delegate. You might be saying, why pay somebody else to do it for me when I can do it myself for free? Because time is money, my friend. If you want to scale your SMMA, you're going to have to put a little bit more of your time toward growth and not toward those day-to-day tasks. You need to spend a little more time landing new clients and less time managing the clients that you already have. Otherwise, how can you grow? If you're not focusing on growth, you can't grow. It's that simple. I know that it's scary, and new business owners tend to look at this as an expense, but it's not. Look at it as an investment. You pay someone else, you hire and pay someone else to take some of the work off your plate, and then you take that newly freed up time to go out and land a new client. So you can scale. See how that works? Don't worry about doing this in the very beginning because you won't need it. But once you are maxed out and you no longer have time to grow, you're not going to have many options. But when you find the right people, they open up a whole new world of possibility and opportunities. That is the power of hiring and delegating. One of the coolest things about having an SMMA is that really and truly, there are very few boundaries. And in fact, most of the time, the only boundaries we encounter are the ones that we set for ourselves. You can make as much money as you want. You can implement these 4 tips that I've given you today, right now in your business, and see immediate results. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next time.